Hello all, welcome to quantitative aptitude classes. As we already aware regarding this quantitative aptitude topics, it's a very important subject in all competitive examinations, like whether banking examination or UPSC examination or even SSC examination. You can't expect any examination without having the questions from quantitative aptitude. Even there is no doubt the job deciding factor is quantitative aptitude. That's why, so it's very important subject, quantitative aptitude. Some of the non-math students may suffer while they are solving the questions. Okay, keep all these concepts in mind, practice very well, divide each and every topic into 3 parts like easy, moderate and high level bits like that, so that you'll get the good command and topic. Okay, so now in this session, in this quantitative aptitude session, now we'll take one topic name is simple interest, and we'll see some different questions asked in previous examination, in different examinations. Okay, then we'll discuss all the concepts. See, it is appearing on the screen like different terminology in simple interest: principal, interest, time, amount, rate of interest. Usually we come across with all these terminologies, right? Principal we know already, that will be denoted by capital P. Then interest, capital I. Time means T, amount means capital A, rate of interest means capital R. This we know already. Okay, right. So I need to say one thing here, whether it is simple interest or compound interest, there is no issue with the first 4 points. That is, whether it is principal or whether it is interest or whether it is time or whether it is amount, there is no issue with the simple interest or compound interest. But when it comes to rate of interest, there exclusively 2 different points are there in rate of interest. Point number 1 is, keep in mind, rate of interest must be for every 100 rupees, or in other words, rate of interest must be in percentage. We know already percentage means per every 100. So per every 100 means what? Our topic is related to money. That's why rate of interest must be in percentage, or that must be for every 100 rupees. This is one concept. And secondly, second point is, and this rate of interest should be only for 1 year. In the given question, rate of interest might be given for month or for a day or for quarterly or for half yearly, whatever. But in general, according to simple interest and compound interest concepts, rate of interest must be in percentage, that is per every 100, and secondly, it must be only for 1 year. Okay, keep this concept in mind. Then now we'll take some different formulas in this simple interest and compound interest, then we'll discuss. We are already aware. Okay, so the basic formula, first formula in simple interest is, so I is equals to PTR by 100, right? Everybody aware about this formula. So we come across with from childhood. I is equals to PTR by 100. In I is equal to PTR by 100, so I means what? Interest. P means what? Principal or principal amount. T means what? Time. R means what? Rate of interest. Remember here, this time T should be always in years. Always in years. If you want to substitute in this formula, or if you want to calculate interest or any other parameter by using this formula, the time capital T must be always in years. The time might be given in terms of days or in terms of months or whatever, but usually you have to convert the given time in terms of only years. Keep this concept in mind. And secondly, we have to find out the amount, right? The formula for amount. The formula for amount is equals to what you can write here? P plus I we can write. Amount is equals to P plus I. So here P means what? Principal. I means what? Interest. Okay, so principal amount plus interest, that leads to amount, we can say. This is also one of the important point in simple interest. And from this amount formula, we can derive one more formula also. That is, the formula is amount is equals to P into 1 plus TR by 100, right? I think you all are aware about this formula also. A is equals to P into 1 plus TR by 100. So again same, A means amount, P means principal, T means time, R means rate of interest. By using this formula also we can able to find out the amount directly. Okay, this also you should keep in mind. And next, just now I told you regarding rate of interest, right? Just now I told you regarding rate of interest. So remember, this rate of interest must be, there are 2 points are there. Rate of interest must be in percentage. In percentage means indirectly what you can say, for every 100 rupees. And secondly, second point is it must be for only 1 year. The given rate of interest in the question, it might be for a month or quarterly or half yearly, whatever, but it must be in years. Keep this concept in mind. So now by using this concept, if you keep in mind this concept, what you can say regarding interest, then the beauty of this concept is, for example, we'll discuss a small question by taking a example. For example, a person borrowed rupees 4,000. Let's say a person borrowed rupees 4,000 at 10% rate of interest. At 10% rate of interest. Okay, and time period is, let's say for example 2 years. Then he asked to find out the interest. I repeat the question. A person borrowed rupees 4,000 at 10% rate of interest per annum for 2 years, and he asked to find out the interest. So usually we can solve this question by using 2 ways, type 1 and type 2. Okay, so if you talk about type 1, type 1 is very clear by using formula. Formula is what? I is equals to PTR by 100, right? I is equal to PTR by 100. Principal amount how much he given? Clearly P value given 4,000. What about time value? Time he given 2 years. Okay, and rate of interest given, so whole by 100. Okay, 2 zeros here, 2 zeros we can cancel. 42 is 80, 80 into 100, 80 into 100 is equal to how much we can say? 800 rupees. Therefore in this case interest is equal to what I am getting? 800 rupees. You may get the answer easily. It's a basic question. And similarly we focus on type 2 also, second type. Okay, second type is simply logical question, logical concept. This we can solve, what you can say, by using rate of interest concept. What I told you regarding rate of interest, rate of interest must be in percentage, or it must be for every 100 rupees. For how long it is? It must be for only 1 year. What does it mean? Here our rate of interest how much given? 10% given. So rate of interest is 10%. So rate of interest is 10% means what does it mean? So rate of interest 10% means person. For example, if a person borrowed 100 rupees, let's say if a person borrowed rupees 100, for this 100 rupees he has to pay the interest as how many rupees? 10 rupees. For how many years? For only 1 year, not for 2 years. Now remember, in the question he given for how many years? 2 years. But according to rate of interest concept, according to rate of interest concept, okay, this must be, so rate of interest is 10% means for every 100 rupees 10 rupees is the interest for 1 year. Okay, this is the beauty of the concept. If I borrow 100, 10 rupees, then how much I borrowed? 4,000 rupees. Then for 4,000 rupees, what is the interest? So simplification, how much I am getting? 40 into 10 is equal to 400. I told you this 10 rupees is for only 1 year. That's why this 400 is also for 1 year. Now we will move to question. In question how many years is given? 2 years. So if for 1 year 400, what could be for 2 years? 400 plus 400, which is equals to what is the interest in both the cases? 800 rupees. I hope you understood, right? Okay, whether by using type 1 or by using type 2, however we are getting same answer. But usually for this question candidates may think that type 1 is very easy. okay, but usually instead of doing type 1 we can able to solve by using type 2 also, because every time question need not be like this very easy, because he given in terms of percentage and he given for 2 years. Sometimes he given rate of interest like this. A person borrowed let's say rate of interest is given like this, for every 1 rupee 1 paisa for 1 year. Okay, keep this concept. In that case, if you use I is equal to PTR by 100, then it is problem. I repeat this question once again. Rate of interest is very clear, 10%. So we can able to solve type 1 and type 2 very easy. Sometimes rate of interest is given like this. A person borrowed rupees 4,000, okay, for 2 years at the rate at 5 paisa per 1 rupee per 1 month. Then find the interest. So what you will do? In that case, you are not supposed to use this formula directly. Means we can use the formula, but you have to find out the rate of interest separately. Okay, he given 5 paisa for 1 rupee, but we have to find out how many rupees for 100 rupees. He given for 1 month, then for 1 year how much. So like this we have to convert the rate of interest. Then by using type 1 or type 2 you can able to solve. Try to understand both the types. It depends on the nature of the question. We can start either type 1 or type 2. Okay, let's move on to the questions. These are the some different concepts I told you regarding simple interest. So now we see the question. Here is the first question. So question what he given? What will be the simple interest on rupees 5,000 at the rate of 8% per annum for 4 years? I told you if you understood type 2 you can able to solve type 2 also, or if you are habituated to solve by using I is equal to PTR by 100, you can go ahead, no issue. Okay, but observe what is given. What will be the simple interest on rupees 5,000, right? What will be the simple interest on rupees 5,000 at the rate of 8% per annum? Okay, for how many years he given? He given for 4 years. So it is very clear. P value given, R value given, and T value also given. So you can use the formula. I is equals to PTR by 100. P is equals to 5,000 rupees, and R value also given. R is equals to how much given? 8% given, and T is equal to how many years given? Clearly given 4 years. Okay, so now we have a formula, that is I is equals to PTR by 100, right? I is equal to PTR by 100. We have each and every parameter. So P value we know how much given? 5,000. T value given 4 years. R value given 8%. So whole by 100. So simplification, 2 zeros cancel. So here 4 5 4s are 20. 20 means indirectly 2 8s are 16. So total together how much I am getting? 1,600 rupees. Hence it is the simple interest. This is one way of doing. Okay, and type 2 also you can solve. I told you type 2 just now. It is by using rate of interest concept. Rate of interest how much is given? 8% per annum given. Rate of interest is 8% per annum. What does it mean? Person has to pay the 8 rupees as interest for every 100 rupees for 1 year. So if I borrow 100 rupees, my interest is 8 rupees for 1 year. But person borrowed how many rupees here? 5,000 rupees. Then for 5,000 rupees, what is the interest? So for 2 zeros cancel. Indirectly what I am getting? 400. So observe, 400 is for only 1 year, but a person borrowed for total how many years? 4 years. That's why total interest is equals to 4 into 400, which is equal to how much I am getting again? 1,600 rupees. So however, the answer for this question is how many rupees? 1,600 rupees. I hope everybody understood this concept. Okay, so this is the beauty of the concept, rate of interest. This concept is applicable whether it is simple interest or even compound interest, whatever. Okay, keep this concept in mind. Next we'll move on to next question, right? So this is the second question. Second question, what is given? On what sum of money the simple interest for 2.5 years at the rate of 3.5% per annum will be 525. However, whether it is mixed fraction given or whatever, there is no doubt by using type 1 and type 2 you can able to solve. But observe here, what he given, what he asked you to find, on what sum of money. On what sum of money means clearly here we have to find out the p value. Okay, and time he given, how much he given, 2.5 years. Rate of interest, how much he given, 3.5 years. What is the what he given, per annum will be rupees 525. Okay, simple interest also given 525 rupees. Now we'll take all the parameters. Okay, what he given, we'll think each and everything. P value we have to find out here. Okay, I hope you understood the meaning of the question. So p value we need to find. R value given 3/1/2 percentage. Okay, which is equal to what you can write, 3 2s are 6, 7/2 we can write. Okay, converting that into mixed fraction, converting that mixed fraction into simple fraction. So 6 plus 1, 7/2. Time also given 2.5 years. Okay, 2.5 years means it is very clear, 5/2. And interest also given, interest equal to how many rupees he given, 525 rupees given. I hope you understood what he given. So R value given, T value given, I value given. Simply we have to find out the P value. Okay, again we have a formula. Formula is what? I is equal to PTR by 100. I is equal to PTR by 100. But here I need to find out the P value. That's why if I subject to P, so P is equals to what we can write, 100 into I, right? P is equal to 100 into I by TR. However, you will get the same answer, no issue. Now we will substitute the corresponding values. So 100, right? And he given, this is 100. Okay, T value given, T value is equals to how much given, 7 by T value is equals to 5/2 given, right? So here we need to find out the not T value, we need to find out the I, we have to E given I value. I value how much given, 525 rupees by, so T into R, T into R. So T value we know 5/2, T value we know 5/2, and see next what we know, R value also know. R is equals to how much given, 7/2 given. So substituting all the corresponding values. So from I is equal to PTR by 100, P is equal to 100 into I by TR we can write. Okay, so simplification. So it's very easy. 7 we can cancel with 5 table. 5 1s are 5, 5 5s are 25. 7 table, 7 1s are, 7 5s are, what you can say, 35. So 2 into 2 4, 15 4s are 60, 60 into 100, 60 into 100. Therefore what I am getting, rupees 6,000 I am getting. Okay, I hope you understood. P value given, R value given, T value given, I value given, P value we need to find. So formula I is equal to PTR by 100. See here, interestingly you can able to find the P value by using what you can say, type 2 also. How? So here rate of interest how much given, rate of interest is 7/2 given, and interest how much given, interest is equal to 525 rupees. 525 rupees for how long? It is for 2.5 years. 2.5 years means simply we can write 30 months, right? So for 30 months 525 is the interest, then for 12 months what is the interest? Means indirectly for 2.5 years interest is 525, then what is the interest for 1 year? Okay, then so see next what you will do, rate of interest concept what is given, rate of interest is 7/2. For 100 rupees 7/2 is the interest, then you will get something interest here, that interest will be obtained on what amount. Okay, concept is very clear. However, if you understood the both concepts, it depends on the nature of the question. Either you can solve type 1 or type 2, however you will get the same answer. I hope you understood. So now we will move on to next question. So here, yes, here it is the third question. Third question is what? At what rate of interest? In question number 1 we have seen interest. In question number 2 we have seen finding principal amount. In question number 3 he asked to find out at what rate of interest. Okay, obviously R value we have to find. At what rate of interest per annum on a certain sum invested for 5 years, the simple interest will be half of the principal. Okay, this is something logical question. Okay, so question, see I value, P value, it didn't given directly, but still we can able to find out the rate of interest. Something logical question. Try to understand the given question. At what rate of interest per annum on a certain sum invested for 5 years, the simple interest will be half of the principal. So here 3 parameters given, it is very clear. First one is what? Time given. Time is equal to how many years? 5 years. And simple interest is given indirectly. How is given? Simple interest will be half of the principal. For example, my principal amount is P, then what could be simple interest? Half of the principal, that is P by 2 we can say. Okay, this also will solve in separate page. So again we will take the values what he given and what he asked to find out. Okay, let take principal value P only and interest value is P by 2, because he only given interest is half of the principal, and time, so observe here, and rate of interest. Okay, I think rate of interest we need to find, right? Yes, clear. Rate of interest we need to find. Rate of interest we need to find. Then what he given? He asked to find out T value given, P value given, I value given. He asked to find out the rate of interest. Okay, time is equals to how many years given? Time is equal to, it is very clear, 5 years given. Time is equals to, he given 5 years, right? Okay, so again I is equal to PTR by 100 formula, we are aware about that. So here I means what about my interest? P by 2. So I is equal to P. What about T? T is equal to how many years given? 5 years given. Or rate of interest we need to find here by 100. Okay, simple calculation. So here we can cancel P and P. So we can cancel P and P. I hope you understood what I am saying. Here PP can be cancelled, and next one 5 ones are 5 20s are, right? 5 ones are 5 20s are. So 2 ones are 2 10s are, right? 2 ones are 2 10s are. So ultimately what about my rate of interest? Rate of interest to I am getting how much percentage? 10%. Here the logic is, remember here the logic is simple. The only thing is here he asked to find out the rate of interest. I value given, P value given, T value given, but I value it didn't given directly. How you mentioned here? So interest is half of the principal. Interest is half of the principal. That is the logic involved in this question. Okay, I hope you understood. Then we'll move on to next question. So just observe 4th question. In what time rupees 2160 will be earned on a loan of rupees 7500 at the rate of 8% per annum? See what he given, what he asked to find. In what time? Question number 1, he asked to find interest. Second question, he asked to find I think rate of interest. Then time. Now in 4th question, again he asked to find, in previous question he asked to find out R value, but whereas in this question he asked to find in what time rupees 2160 will be earned on a loan of rupees 7500 at the rate of 8% per annum. So clearly he given R value how much he given? 8% given, and this is, tell me whether it is P value or R value, sorry, P value or I value. It is very clear, I value. In what time means we have to find out the time. So will be earned on a loan of rupees how much given? 7500. So P value is 7500, R value is 8%, then interest also given 2160. So all the parameters are given, then we can able to solve very easily. Okay, now we will take each and everything what he given. First of all, I value given, interest is equal to 2160, P value given, P is equal to 7500, R value given how much percentage? 8%. So then he asked to find out again what, in what time, means T value we have to find out again. So we have a formula, I is equals to PTR by 100, right? It's a basic formula. You can able to solve this question by using this formula, or just now I told you type 2 also. Type 2 also very easy, okay, which is by using rate of interest concept, okay, right. See, observe here, I is equal to PTR by 100, but here we need to find out T, right? That's why we'll subject T here. So T is equal to 100 into I, 100 into I value. I means interest, how much given? 2160 divided by then P into R. P value given 7500, P value 7500, R value given 8%. So all the parameters given. Now we'll simplify. For these two zeros, we can cancel these two zeros. I think we can apply here. Will it go in 8 table? 8 2s are 16, right? 8 2s are 16. So here 16 means 5 left. 8 7s are 56. Then so T is equal to 27 by 75. T is equal to 27 by 75. Still we can cancel by using third table, right? So 3 9s are 27, 3 2s are 6, 3 5s are 9 by 25. 9 by 25. I repeat this once again. So I value given 2160, P value given 7500, and rate of interest also given how much? 8%. Then formula is I is equal to PTR by 100. So here we need to find out T value. That's why 100 into I by P into R. What about my P value? 7500. What about my R value? Once again we'll do this calculation. For these two zeros cancel. 2160 by 75 into 8, right? So 8 2s are 16, 5 left, 8 7s are 56. So here one more 0 is there. That is the thing. See, observe here one more 0 is there, okay. That's why here what will get here? So we can use 0. Still we can simplify by using 5 table. 5 1s are 5 8s are 5 5s are 18 by 5. So 5 2s are or 5 3s are, right? 5 3s are 15, 5 6 are 30. So how many years I am getting? So I am getting 3.6 years. I hope we understood what he given and what he asked to find. Let's move on to next question, okay. So now we will move to question number 5, right? Question number 5. Just try to understand question number 5. If a certain sum of money, we'll erase this previous part. Simply we'll erase this previous part so that you won't have any confusion, right? So now focus on this. If a certain sum of money becomes 5600 in 2 years and 6500 in 5 years at simple interest rate, then find the sum of the money and the rate of interest per annum. Here there are two different questions. If a certain sum of money becomes 5600 in 2 years, 5600 in 2 years and 6500 in 5 years, then he asked you to find out the interest rate, okay, then find the sum of the money and rate of interest, okay. So now we will discuss again this question. Certain sum of money becomes how much? Certain sum of money becomes for 2 years. For 2 years it will be how much given? So simply 5600. For 2 years given 5600, and the same amount will be how many if in 5 years it will be how much? 6500, okay. It is very clear. We can find out the difference between time is how many years? 3 years. And what is the difference between amount here money? Clearly 900 rupees. Observe, certain sum of money becomes indirectly this is amount for 2 years. This is also amount for 2 years. Difference between amount is 900 and the difference between time is 3 years. What does it mean? So why I am getting 900 extra for 3 years? Obviously it is interest. What kind of interest it is? Simple interest. So for 3 years interest is 900. Then what could be 1 year interest? So clearly 1 year interest. 1 year interest is equal to how much I am getting? 300 rupees. 1 year interest is equal to 300. But I don't want to find interest here. He asked to find out the certain sum of money as well as rate of interest. There are two different questions. Now I am getting what you can say I value, then we can able to find out certain rate of interest and certain sum. 2 years amount, how much he given? 5600. So 2 years amount is 5600 means which includes 2 principal amount plus 2 years interest. For example, from this amount if I subtract 2 years interest, then that obtained amount is nothing but it's a principal amount, right? So for 2 years interest is how much? 300. What could be the interest for 2 years? 600. So I have to find out the P value. P is equal to 5600, right? P is equal to 5600. From this subtracting 2 years interest. 1 year interest is 300. What could be 2 years interest? Obviously 600. So hence what is my P value? P value is nothing but 5000 rupees. Similarly, he asked you to find out rate of interest also. Okay, see, observe here, rate of interest either you can use I is equal to PTR by 100 or what you can say type 2 known formula. Okay, now we will discuss type 2, no issue, anyhow you will get the same answer. So what is my rate of interest here? 300. For how many years? For 1 year. Okay, but principal amount how much is given? Principal amount is 5000 given. So clearly on 5000 rupees, what is my 1 year interest? 300 rupees. So what could be my interest for 100 rupees? I hope you understood why I am taking 100 rupees, because rate of interest must be for 100 and that must be for how many years? It must be for only 1 year. That's why 5000 on 5000, 300 is the interest for 1 year. Then what is the interest on 100 rupees for same 1 year? Because it must be for every 100, that too it must be for 1 year. So after simplification, 2 zeros, so here only 2 zeros will get. Okay, right, we'll take this value once again. So here it is 5000, right? So here it is 5000 and this is nothing but 100. So 2 zeros cancel, 51 56. Hence what is the rate of interest? Rate of interest equals to 6%. Or however you can able to use I is equal to PTR by 100, no issue. But here likely I am getting in a single step. For 5000 300, then how much it could be for 100. Okay, I hope you understood. So this is regarding question number 5. Now we focus on next question. Right, here it is the 6th question. A sum of money becomes 8640 in certain years at simple interest rate of 4% per annum. If the rate of interest is 5% per annum, the sum of money will be rupees 8800 in the same time. What is the fixed time? See, finally ultimately he asked to find out the fixed time. He asked to find out a fixed time, but what he given? Certain sum of money becomes, right? What he given? Certain sum of money becomes how much? 8640 for certain years. At what rate of interest? 4% rate of interest. If the rate of interest is 5% per annum, this sum, same sum, he only given this sum of money will be rupees 8800 in the same time. Then what is the fixed amount? Okay, so this also will solve. This is all something interesting question. We'll try to focus on this question also. Let's focus on the question. Certain sum of money becomes how much here? 8640. 8640. Certain sum of money becomes 8640 at simple interest. Simple interest rate how much is given? Simple interest rate is 4% given. For example, if simple interest rate is 5%, the same amount will be how much? 8800 rupees, right? Same amount will be 8800 rupees. So just now we have seen one question. If rate of interest is 4000, it's after certain time, that will be leads to how much? 8640. So what about here? 8800. Why it is here amount is increased? Why the amount is increased? Because it is clear rate of interest is increased. How much percentage? Rate of interest is increased only 1%. since 1% rate of interest is increased, what is the difference in it? Simply the difference in it is obviously 640, 800, 640, 800. So here 160 is the, right, clearly 160 is the difference. 160 is the difference. So again we'll write this part. Again we'll write this part. I hope you are getting what he asked you to find. I think it's very clear. I repeat this part once again. Okay. So since rate of interest is increased how much? 1%. Amount is increasing how much here? 160 rupees. There are see, now from this concept we can able to find out the what you can say, interest with 4% rate of interest. So for 1% how much I am getting? For 1% I am getting 160 rupees. If 1% I am getting 160 rupees, then for 4% it could be how much? It is obviously how many rupees? 640 rupees, right? I hope you are getting 640 rupees. So from this 640, what we are going to use is just focus on this. 640 is the clearly interest. Okay, 640 is clearly interest. But what he asked you to find here? He asked you to find out the fixed time. So again we have a formula, known formula, I is equal to PTR by 100, and so I is equal to interest. Do we know? Yes, we only given interest equal to 640, or we can subject here what we need to find? We need to find out the time. That's why T is equal to 100 into I, right? 100 into I by, so 100 into I by what he can write? So he given P value and he given R value. We have to find T value. So it's very clear. 100 I am keeping as it is. Similarly, interest equal to how much I am getting? 640. Clearly, okay. We'll take this sentence once again neatly. 100 into interest is equal, just now I told you, 640 divided by, see, principal amount. You should not take principal amount as 8640. Why? That is amount. It's not a what you can say, rate of, it's not a principal value. So subtracting this interest from this amount, then what I am getting my principal amount? 8000 rupees. So into then next parameter is rate of interest. So rate of interest for in first case is how much? 4%. So just simplify this. For this 3 zeros, for this 3 zeros cancelled, 8 8s are 64. So 8 by 4. 8 by 4 means simply how much I am getting? 2 years I am getting. I hope you understood this part also. Okay. So now we move on to next question. Just observe this question before going to move next question. So 8640 with 4% rate of interest after certain term. If rate of interest is clearly increased 1%, that amount is increasing how much? 160. So 1% equal to 160, then 4% equal to 640. So clearly I is equal to PTR formula from the T value, substituting corresponding values. Hence our required T is equal to how many years? 2 years. So what is the question? A sum of rupees 13,440 was distributed in 2 parts. The first part given on loan at 4% per annum for 3 years, while the second part at 6% per annum for 5 years. If the interest accrued on both the parts were equal, then what was the first part? I repeat, sum of, how much sum of given? 13,440 was distributed in 2 parts. Okay. The first part was given on a loan at 4% per annum for 3 years, while second part at 6% per annum for 5 years. Okay. If the interest accrued on both the parts were equal, then what was the first part? Okay. It is very clear. So in both the cases, E only given interest accrued, total interest accrued is E only given same. right? Total interest accrued in both the cases is same. Okay, so this we can solve in different way, but we'll take one method. Okay, so here it is the method. Let's say total principal amount, how much is given? 13,000 value. So let's say I am taking P1, T1, R1 like that. P1 is equal to, for example, X. Then what could be P2? P2 is equal to 13,440, right? 13,440 minus X. Why? Because that amount is divided into two parts. If one part is X, next part obviously 13,440 minus X. And here T value given, we'll name it as T1 and we'll name it as R1. Okay, so T1 is equal to, in first case, how many years? For 3 years. Okay, and at what rate of interest? In first case it is 4% rate of interest. In second case T2, so T2 is equal to how much given? T2 R2 is equal to 6%, right? R2 is equal to 6%. What about T2? 5 years. I repeat the question. P1 X, let's say P2 13,440 minus X. T1 3 years, so R1 4 years. So T2 5, R2 is 6%. And he only given interest is same. Okay, so equating interest in both the cases. So how you will equate here? I is equal to PTR by 100. In first case, P is equal to X, T is equal to 3, R is equal to 4, PTR by 100. This is the interest obtained from first case. In second case, 13,000, right? In second case, 13,440. 13,440 minus X, this is P value, into T value 5 into R value 6. So whole by how much I am getting? 100. So this is the interest obtained from second case, but E only given. So what he given? E only given. The interest obtained in both the cases are same. That's why equating both. I hope you understood this. So if I am equating this both, then so 100 can be cancelled. Okay, so here 3 ones are 3 twos are 6, 2 ones are 2 twos are 4. Okay, so from this it's a mathematical calculation. If you will solve this by equating this equation, then you will get a quadratic equation. So solving that quadratic equation, then you will get the first part, you will get the X value. So X value is obviously how much you will get? 9,600 rupees. You will get 9,600 solving for X. But he asked you to find first part or second part? He asked you to find first. What was the first part? Right? What was the first part? So obviously he asked you to find out the first part. Solving this condition. So solving this condition, then so it is clear. We are getting, see here, solving this condition, both the cases, obviously X value equal to 9,600. Yes, here it is the 8th question. A sum of money given on loan at the rate of 4% for first 3 years, at the rate of 2% for next years, at the rate of 5% for next 2 years. If the simple interest accrued from this total is 21,000 rupees, then find the sum of the money. I repeat, a sum of money is given, on loan at the rate of 4% for first 3 years, at the rate of 2% for next something, okay, years given. It is, you can able to see. And if the total simple interest accrued in 3 cases is how much given? 21,000 rupees. Then find the sum of the money. A sum of the money given on 3 loan. Same money is given at 3 times. For example, at first part it could be X. Okay. In second part it could be Y. In third part it could be Z. What does it mean? A sum of money given on loan at the rate of 4% for 3 years, at the rate of 2% and 5% next 2 years. If the simple interest accrued is 21,000 rupees, find the what you asked to find? Find the sum of the money. he asked to find the sum of the money. So x value, this is for how many, what we can say, it is clearly what rate of interest, 4%. So here rate of interest is equal to 4% for how many years, 3 years. Here rate of interest is equal to 2%, right, clearly for how many years, 4 years. And third one is rate of interest is 5% for how many years, 2 years. So these are the values what he given. Okay, and total interest given, total interest is how much given, rupees, I think 21,000. Yes, total interest is rupees 21,000. Okay, so this is the condition what he given. By using this condition, please observe, we can apply I is equal to PTR by 100. In first case, that sum is P. T means how many years, 3 years. Rate of interest is how much, 4% by 100. This is the interest obtained from first case. And second case again P. Okay, T value how many years, 4 years. Rate of interest is how much, 2 by again 100. Similarly in third case P, rate of interest is 5, time is 2 years by 100. Okay, interest from first part, interest from on second case, interest on third case. So together total how much is getting, together total is receiving, or total is getting as 21,000 rupees, right. Total is interest is getting 21,000 rupees. So solving this, 12p, 8p, 10p. So 12, 8, 20, 30p, it's clear. So 30p, clear. 30p is equals to 21,000. 21,000 into how much I'm getting, 100, clear, taking LCM. So 0, 0 cancelled, 3 ones are 3 sevens are 21. Okay, so 7,000 into 10, 7,000 into 10 means total what I am getting, 70,000 rupees. This is my P value. Okay, I hope you understood this value also. So together interest given, first case interest, second case interest, third case interest, and so on. Okay, so now we'll move on to question number is 9. Okay, observe, after distributing rupees 1,48,000 in 3 parts, after distributing rupees 1,48,000 in 3 parts, the first part at the rate of 4% per annum for 5 years, the second part at the rate of 5% per annum for 10 years, and the third part at the rate of 10% per annum for 8 years were given on loan. The amounts in all the 3 conditions are equal. Then what is the sum of, then what is the simply sum of first part, means first part you have to find out. So he distributed rupees 1,48,000 in 3 parts. Let's say first part is X, second part is Y, and third part is Z. So first part rate of interest given, time given, second part rate of interest, time given, since third part also rate of interest and time given. And finally observe, there is a condition. What is the condition? If the amount in all 3 conditions are equal, amount in all 3 conditions. In previous question, sum of the interest given, in some case interest also equal given, but whereas here not interest, amount is equal given. Okay, that's why. So here we'll take first part is, let's say X, first part is, let's say X. Okay, and I have to find interest. Interest is P, T value given, so T is equal to, and R value given by 100. Okay, this is the amount in first case. Second case, let's say second part could be Y. Okay, we can find out the interest. Interest how I am getting, so P, T, R by 100. This is the amount. Third case, let's say that amount be Z, Z plus Z into, so T, R, we know all the values, 10 into 8 by 100. So E only given, amount is equal, E only given, amount is equal. So first case amount, second case amount, and third case amount. So 100x 20, here I am getting 120x, right, 120x, that is equals to, next year I am getting 50, right? That's why 150x, 150x, and sorry, it's not x, it's y, because x is there, y is there, z is there. So here I am getting 180z, 180z. So simplification, in all the cases we can cancel 0, 0, 0, and see 12x, 15y, and 18z. This we can simplify by using third table. 3 4s are 12, 3 5s are 15, 3 6s are 18. Indirectly what I am getting? 4x, 5y, 6z. From this we can find out x is to y is to z value. If I am simplifying x is to y is to z, what I am getting? 1 by 4 is to 1 by 5 is to 1 by 6. 1 by 4, 1 by 5, 1 by 6. So after simplification, what I am getting? 15, 12, 10. It's clear. So indirectly 3 parts are in this ratio. 3 parts are in this ratio. But what he asked to find? He asked to find out the first part. It's very clear. He asked to find out the first part. It's very clear. We know total amount. Total amount is already we know. Total amount is equals to 1,14,000. Just now I told you. And first part, how much I am getting? 15 parts. Out of how many parts? 15 parts, right? First part I am getting 15 parts out of 15 parts out of, so total 37 parts. Okay, 37 parts. This simply is, after simplification, what I am getting? 60,000 rupees. Hence this is the answer. I hope you understood this also. Okay, so like there are still many models are there, you can able to solve. Okay, keep in mind what he given, what he asked you to find, and every question preferably you can able to solve 2 types: normal traditional method and rate of interest concept. Okay, practice well and you will get the good comment on this. Thank you.